In Spanish, a really common mistake I see is when translating sentences like this one. I go to school to learn. Now, the mistake that learners make is they think about this the way we might think about it in English. I go, yo voy, or I could just say voy, to school, which we can use instituto, escuela, colegio. There's different words for school. Let's go with colegio, a masculine noun. So this is I go school. Now, to school, I've got to say to the school. A plus el goes to al. Voy al colegio. And this is where the mistake happens, right here. Because I might say, I go to school to learn. Now, what is to learn? It's the verb aprender. Aprender equals to learn. So it's just going to be voy al colegio, aprender. I go to school. I remember to include to the school and to make it al, to learn. Perfect. But to a Spanish speaker, this sounds terrible. Voy al colegio a aprender. What have you done? It sounds terrible. It's completely wrong. Voy al colegio a aprender. What's missing here? Now, even though aprender does mean to learn, I need to sort of say I go to school in order to learn. Now, that in order to is going to be the word para. Now, this might cause some confusion because para has different meanings. If I say, eso es para mí, that's for me. Often it means for. ¿Para qué? For what? For what reason? Para ti, for you. Para mañana, it's for tomorrow. Para can also mean stop. Para. But if I use para plus an infinitive verb, the verb with the AR, the ER, or the IR on the end, the to do the verb form, then it means in order to. Now, we wouldn't always say, I go to school in order to learn, I go to the shop in order to do the groceries, but if you think that way, you will always remember to include para, and you need to include it. Now, something to be aware of with para is in slang, it's quite common to shorten it just to pa. You'd never do this in writing unless it's really informal, and lots of people frown upon this anyway. It is slang. So I could say voy al cole. Well, really, actually, I could say voy al cole, another piece of slang you should be aware of. Instituto, often shortened to insti in Spain. So I could say voy al cole pa aprender. Now here, pa aprender, it kind of becomes pa aprender. Voy al cole pa aprender, voy al colegio para aprender. Very informal and formal ways of saying this. But I'm always including this concept in order to do the verb. So if you're saying you do this to do that, or you go here to do that, or he's going there to do such and such, you're always going to have to say, I go to this place in order to do this. He's going to that place in order to do that. I'm doing this in order to obtain that. So always include para when you've got an infinitive.